Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Late Night Show with me, your host, Mya Aldarmaki. Today we have a special guest, yes, you guessed it, Jada Smith, one of the survivors of the recent devastating tropical cyclone in South America. The floor is all yours, Miss Jada. Please tell us all about your experience. Yes, thank you for having me here. To start from the beginning, me and my family were very adventurous people. We'd gone bungee jumping, hiking, trekking, camping, you name it. So, one spring holiday, we decided to go on a trip to the rainforest. We knew the dangers of the rainforest, droughts, forest fires, and flash floods. But as prepared as we were to go on this adventure, nothing could have prepared us for what happened next. Yes, a tropical cyclone hit the exact area you and your family were in, correct? Yes, it was terrible. The worst experience I'd ever had in my life. Luckily, we did all survive. I mean, we had major injuries, but we fought hard and we are alive and well. I am truly glad to hear that. Tell us more about your journey there and how you managed to survive such a harsh natural disaster. Well, we packed our bags with everything we'd need to survive, like water, food, clothes, flashlights, lighters, tools, tents, a first aid kit, a water filter, everything you could think of. We booked our plane tickets, and once we landed, met up with our guide, took a long car ride to the rainforest. Our guide led us to where we were going to set up camp for 2 weeks, and then he gave a talk about what to do, what not to do, and then he left pretty much and said he'd come to pick us up on the early morning of day 14. We put our tents up, our sleeping bags, made a campfire, then we went exploring for a bit. My younger sister found a patch of pretty flowers, but my mom told her to stay away because they were poisonous. My mom's a botanist, so she knows everything about plants. We had a lot of fun for the first 3 days, but then our food supply started running low. On day 4 and 5, well, we woke up to constant rain, which was weird because the weather was still hot and humid. On day 6, we noticed the weather was getting really weird. Wind was blowing in every other direction, the rain was absolutely crazy, rocks flew into our arms and legs, dirt flew into our eyes, our fire was put out, and our stuff was literally blown away, and the trees were shaking violently. The cyclone hit, and it really looked like the world was just ending. We were soaking wet, cold and shaking, covered in cuts and bruises, but what saved us was our top quality tent. We were smart enough to tie it to the ground, so we huddled up together, lay down in the tent, and covered ourselves with layers and layers of blankets. A tree fell on us while we were in the tent, and I remember my brother just crying from the pain and the sheer weight of the tree on him. We stayed in the tent for 2 days, just praying that this would end. After 3 days of the cyclone, it finally stopped and our guide was finally able to reach us. He called emergency services. They brought a helicopter immediately and took us all to the hospital. They had to lift up the tree to get us out of there because we were completely stuck under it. There was no way we would have been able to get out if they did not come in time. We were just stuck under so much rubble. It was a mess, but we survived. We were so lucky that the cyclone only lasted a few days because apparently cyclones can last for even like up to a month. If it went on for longer, I don't think we would have made it. Wow, that is a lot to go through in the span of a week. I'm amazed that you and your family managed to survive. Thank you for sharing your survival story with us. I really hope that you and your family are safe and well and doing much better now. Yeah, it's been months since the incident now, and we've learned a lot. Even though it was a very traumatic experience, it did bring us together as a family, and I'm grateful for that. And there we have it, folks, the story of a brave family that survived a tropical cyclone. This has been your host, Mya Aldarmaki, and special guest, Jada Smith.